Justin.
What's up?
Nothing much. What about you?
Can't complain.
Feel like I haven't seen you or just anyone in general in so long because we haven't had classes, but
Yeah. Well, at
very
least you
sad.
got to get out a little bit, go up to Pitt, right?
What'd you say? Sorry, the
I said at
connection.
least you get to get out some, and you got to go up to Pitt. So,
That's true. Did get to do that. So just for we have a lot of people tuning in. Wow, you must be very popular. But just while people come in, just to remind everybody, my name's Hailey and work for PackTV, and this is the check-in. I haven't done an episode in a while because I've been very busy, but we're back this week, and I have Justin Rhew of NC State baseball, which is fantastic. So yeah, I'm gonna ask you some really fun questions. I know you're excited.
I'm thrilled.
So, you told me last week, which I didn't know this yet, that you became president of the club baseball team, which is great. And you were vice president last year, right?
Yes, I
So,
was.
how did you work your way up to become president? Like, did that just kind of happen, or was that like a goal of yours?
Well, freshman year, I actually wasn't a member of the club team. I kind of tried to join it too late. But my sophomore year, I kind of got in and made the team and then kind of just built relationships, and then it just seemed like something I was really interested in is like building my way up to being the president and kind of getting that experience. And so being vice president, you get like elected through everybody. So I got elected into the vice president last year, and then this year, since I returned and the president from the year before didn't, I just got put like right on into president spot. So,
So it kind of fell into your hands.
mm-hmm.
Well, that's good. Also, since people voted you, they must have had to like you a little bit. So I'm sure that they weren't too mad about you being president.
Yeah.
So next, I wanted to just touch on how you got into baseball. Did you play it growing up? Or did you play any other sports?
Yeah, I mean, I started playing soccer like most little kids do. And then as soon as I was able to play t-ball, I got straight into that. My dad played baseball growing up, and so that's kind of where I got that from. But uh, I pretty much been playing it since I was 4. Only took really 1 year off, but I still stayed in and coached a local high school team and stuff like that. So I've always been involved with it since my entire life.
Yeah. So next I wanted to talk about the team itself and like the team atmosphere. So do you guys like are you guys all friends? Do you hang out like outside of the team or is it more just like a thing that you guys like hang out only when you have to for like practices and games and stuff?
Yeah. I'd say we have like really close knit group of guys. We love like hanging out together outside of practices. I mean, it's kind of something that's mandatory. Everybody loves to the play baseball, but they're not necessarily like doing it for school or for a scholarship or anything. So they just do it because they enjoy it. And then it's just a great group to be a part of, and we kind of try and hang out as much as we can. And you know, it's kind of how a lot of people build their friendships, around this.
Yeah, for sure. I know that's a case for a lot of like club sports that I've talked to in the past on this show. A lot of them are like friends outside and like they're like their roommates and stuff. So um, I've learned that that's like the big thing about club sports too, because you're not really like it's not taking up all your time. Like maybe if you were on like the baseball team at state, so you have time to like do other stuff, which is cool. So next I want to talk about COVID. Sadly, because it's such a big part of our lives, and but especially with sports, I mean, it's like changed everything. So, how did it affect y'all season last year whenever like COVID first happened?
Yeah. Well, we unfortunately only got in one series last year, so we only played 3 games before everything else kind of got canceled. Other teams started canceling first, and then it kind of came to us. So we pretty much lost that entire season. And since most of all we do is in the spring, I mean, we have like small events and games and stuff in the fall, but most of this stuff happens in the spring, and so we pretty much lost like the entire season that way. Um, and so now moving into the fall, we usually like to have tryouts in the fall because of it's just easier to get people engaged in the beginning of the year and we're not rushed in the spring. But we've had to push those back to the spring because not everybody's on campus with them closing housing and everything like that. So,
So is your season completely pushed to the spring like all the other club sports are?
yeah. With it being usually in the spring, we just didn't want to take any chances. We're kind of, getting together as if like just a throw or whatever, so we're not completely rusty when we get back in the spring, but it's nothing like mandatory or structured as much. So
Yeah, I was gonna ask about what you were doing as far as like practicing. So right now you're just like throwing with each other like once or twice a week, basically.
yeah, just once a week.
Yeah. Well, gotta do what you can. I know
Yeah,
that's the case with a lot of club sports where they don't really like know what to do right now because they don't want to get like big groups of people together and then COVID happening and stuff. So that kind of sucks, but at least y'all get to do something. So last I wanted to end on a very important question. I stalked NC State Baseball's Instagram, and last year you guys won the best number one baseball uniforms in the country.
hmm
How did that happen? Why is that a thing? I didn't even know that that was like a competition or whatever.
yeah. Well, we actually just got new uniforms last year. Our old president and his roommate, Colin Morrison, Grayson Boone, both they worked on the uniforms, and it had to be approved by NC State through licensing and trademarking and stuff like that. So we had to create these new uniforms, and so once we got them out there, and then COVID hit, uh, we didn't really have anything to do otherwise, and so Stony Brook Club Baseball got to put on this kind of bracket challenge of the best uniforms in club baseball, kind of as a March Madness thing, since we didn't have that either.
No.
And so, uh, yeah, and then it was just voted on by fans who went to their page and voted or stuff like that, and we just really like took pride in the fact that we just got the new uniforms and we really liked them and thought they were great, and we have the whole pack behind us and was able to vote and win that. So it was
I
awesome.
Yeah, I just thought that was so cool because I didn't know that like club sports did that. So you guys like designed them yourself or like someone from the team did?
Yes, so we have to design them and then just get them approved by the university and make sure that they're okay with them, and then
Yeah. Well, that's pretty cool. I just thought that was something to mention because that could be an idea for like other club sports to do too, especially during all this when we don't really have anything else to do. So, well, that's all I had for you today. But thank you so much for agreeing to come on and talk to me because, you kind of had to, but I mean, you didn't. So, yeah, it was good to catch up. So, thank you so much.
absolutely anytime.
Yeah. All right. Well, I will talk to you later. Everyone, tune in next time for another episode of The Check In. It'll be on our Instagram and Twitter, so go check it out. Bye, Justin.
Bye.